no matter how fearless you think the lion is, let the hunter write the story, and you see that the lion is a stupid animal. You even think the lion is not as powerful as an ant, just because the pen is in the hand of the wrong person. And that's the way it is. We have been continually disenfranchised. We have continually been disempowered. We have continually been, endangered, because we have allowed them to write our story. That's unfair.
So storytelling is vital for us. That we must tell our story. We must explain our version of reality in the world. This is absolutely important. So in this Life and Legacy series, we are into those kind of story. We are interviewing different people and putting those stories together. We want to make sure that books comes out from there. We want to make sure that courses come out from there. We want to make sure that article come out from there, where we put a kind of fresh air into this story. So we're really here intentionally trying to see how we can re-evaluate this huge story that we have among us. Take for example of the No culture, Central Nigeria, dating back to about 3,000 years old. Who is going to talk about this story? Who is going to tell this story? Because of course the European can also come to help us to tell our story, but that is a shame. Because we live in Africa, we live in Nigeria. And because, okay, I'm talking of the No culture, it's in Central Nigeria, so I'm making reference to Nigeria. But of course, the same can also happen if you were in Zimbabwe, or if maybe you are from Congo, or you are in Senegal, or in another part of Africa. Our continent is littered with abundance of history, very deep history. 3,000 years old history is not something that you can just scrap about. This is something important. It is our history. We need to tell this history. We need to understand these people after they have gone. What can we read about them so that we can better straighten up our life? So this is why we are also here, to sort of provoke ourselves, to sort of encourage ourselves, sort of push ourselves. But I'm not the one to write this book. Maybe somebody who is better than me is going to write it. Maybe my role is just to provoke that individual who know better than me, that he will go out and do the writing.
There's nothing that sells that is not a story, and that's basic. Looking at building African diaspora life and legacy with storytelling is something very important. I remember there was a time, I don't know how many of us have seen Thor. Forgotten the slogan now. There's a movie now. Thor, is it Thor and Thunder, or Thor or something like that? The first leg of it, they came out, they gave Thor a hammer. But somebody told them that if you want to represent a story well, if you want to represent a story, then you should do it well. Because the story they were trying to tell was the story of the god of thunder in Africa. All right, he was not known with hammer; he was known with axe. And in their second outing, they came out with axe. All right, for Thor. And where did that come from? When you allow your story to be told by who was not part of it. I remember that day, when we were talking about how Mungo Park does not have the right to be the one, with the title of the discoverer of River Niger. River Niger was there before they gave birth to his father. All right, I do not mean any disrespect, but I'm just saying that when you refuse to allow your story to be written by you, anybody that will write it the way they like. All right, there's an adage in my language, Yoruba language, that when you give a madman the O, some of us have not seen O before. When you give a madman the O to make rich, he will make it under his legs. All right, so when anybody is opportune to write a story, they would write it to their favor. The hunter and the lion. No matter how fearless you think the lion is, let the hunter write the story, and you see that the lion is a stupid animal. You even think the lion is not as powerful as an ant, just because the pen is in the hand of the wrong person. And that's the way it is. We have been continually disemphasized. We have continually been disempowered. We have continually been, endangered, because we have allowed them to write our story. That's unfair. It's not good. So, and if we do not cause the interruption now, like we are having it now, it will continue like that. All right. Stories are, you look at a story, don't mind me, I usually would not shy away from that gift of words and opening them up, using them very well so that you cannot forget. Look at stories. Are you seeing story now? S-T-R-O-Y. S-T-O-R-Y, right? Then look at history. History is H-I, then you put story. When stories are well told, they become history. And you see, history is everything that has happened before now, and they are solely responsible for what we do now. Why we are behaving the way we are behaving now as Africans in diaspora and at home, wherever, is because of the history handed over to us now. When you see the history books about Africa, the best copy of them are written by people who are non-African. And you expect that we will not behave the way we are behaving today? Come on. It's not possible. So if we want to behave from the place of power and strength, we must hand over this legacy properly. All right? Mr. Obey will say, you can take out a strong man, you cannot take out a strong people. Look at it. It's our responsibility. We are here to trouble the waters. I intentionally want you to be angry about this situation, and that's why I've chosen certain words. Sorry if I apologize at any point in time. I wanted you to be angry, because you have to be angry. If we are not angry with this matter, we are going to hand over another operating system that will cause limitation to the future generation, that will make them feel not enough because they told us the story. All right, the story is making it in the movies, right? Thor or whatever it is, but it's a story they pick from here, and it's not their fault that they don't represent it well, because it's not originally theirs. I'm sorry, they don't have story. We have all the stories in this world, and we are the best storytellers in this world. But they learn from us, they take advantage of us, because we have decided to remain lions that will not go to school to learn how to write stories. Don't let me get you too annoyed or too angered at this point, because we are still going a long way. Thank you.